Jets are proud to select from the Barrie coach of the Ontario Hockey League, Mark Scheifele.
Oh, an opportunity. Kyle Connor shoots and scores! Kyle Connor! That's the way that it's made up, and Winnipeg's on their way to the next round. So back.
Alright, Jets fans, we're back again on opening night. So I showed you our team. Let's just go ahead and sim to our first game on September 25th. Our first game of the season is against the Washington Capitals. Some emails there, nothing important, so let's jump into the game and see who wins. And we win that opening night 5-2. Nice. So we are now 3-4-0 on opening night. No, this is year number 9. It's only 7 games. We're, 3-6-0? We've won 3 opening games. We've lost 6. That is not very good. But anyways, nice way to start. So with that, I will go ahead and set the goalie starts for the first couple months and bring it back on October 1st. So here we are. It's Friday, October 1st. Top selling jerseys in September are Fox Development Report. Looks like this for the prospects. And for the NHL, Steve Merritt, Team Player +1. Best-selling jerseys in the NHL, Fox at 6th, Augustin 9th, Zegras 13th, and Johnston 15th. These are your top players for next year's draft. Let's check what happened in September. We won opening night 5-2. We won against Vancouver 5-1. We lose to Minnesota 5-2, and we lose to Nashville 3-0. So we are 2-2-0 to start the season after the first 4 games. I don't expect our team to be as good as they were last year. But with that being said, let's go ahead and sim to November 1st. It is Monday, November 1st. And there was a couple emails there, nothing special. The best-selling jerseys for October are Fox, Augustin, Johnston, Zegras, Lambert. The development report looks like this for your prospects. And for the NHL, Zeev Williams, shooting accuracy and hitting. Pavlinsky, mental toughness. And Leon Roos, offensive read. Best-selling jerseys in October. Trey Augustin is your goalie of the month for October, and Juraj Slafkovsky for Montreal. So we're going to go ahead and delete all those. Let's look at the schedule for November, and we do have a pretty healthy amount of home games, so we're going to go up to a +12. Then let's look at what happened in October. We started off with a 4-3 win against Washington, 5-2 win against Toronto, 4-0 win against Buffalo, 5-4 win against New Jersey, 4-1 win against the Rangers, 2-1 win against Buffalo, 7-0 win against Florida, 6-1 win against Edmonton, 3-2 overtime loss against Vegas, 5-4 loss at Calgary, 4-3 win against Utah, and we end October with a 5-2 win versus Detroit. When I said we weren't going to be very good, I think the players heard and were like, absolutely not. We are 12-3-1 to begin the season. We are 8th in goals, 1st in goals against, 25th in power play, and 6th in penalty kill. Just had an 8-game winning streak, so that is very healthy. And we have a priority medium goal. Jaslene Malhotra must play at least 41 games this year and average more than 10 minutes of playing time. Well, currently he's at 16 with 10:53 time on ice. So the goalie starts are ready. Anyone on waivers? No. So let's go ahead and sim to December 1st. Wednesday, December 1st. Let's go ahead and check the emails. So the best-selling jerseys for November were Fox, Augustin, Zegras, Johnston, and Lambert. Your development report for the prospects. And more prospects. And for the NHL, Jaslene Malhotra, fighting and passing. Vasily Pavlinsky, poke check +1, and Leon Roos, hitting. Your best-selling jerseys for November: Adam Fox in 2nd, Augustin 5th, Zegras 13th, and Johnston 14th. And once again, the 2nd month in a row, Trey Augustin is your goalie of the month, and Jason Robertson is your skater of the month. And let's look at what happened in November. We beat Colorado on November 1st, 4-0. We lose to Nashville 7-4. 5-2 win against the Kings, 3-2 loss against Anaheim, 6-1 win against Minnesota, 6-1 loss against Tampa, 3-1 win against Utah, 1-0 loss versus St. Louis, a 4-1 win versus Seattle, 3-2 overtime loss to Calgary, 6-3 win to Edmonton, 6-0 win against Chicago, 5-2 win against the Kings, a 2-1 overtime loss against New Jersey, and a 5-4 win against San Jose to end November. We will sim to January 1st. It is Saturday, January 1st. Let's look at the December 1st confidence update. We're going to be a contender. The fans are thrilled. No need to worry. The top selling jerseys: Adam Fox, Trey Augustin, Johnston, Zegras, Lambert. Development report for the minor leagues looks like this. Your prospects. Some healthy growth there. And there's more prospects. And Emery leadership went up by 1. Malhotra defensive read went up by 1. Leon Roos leadership, Stenberg leadership, Venberg team player, and Cohen Williams puck handling and positioning. And Adam Fox's speed went down by 1. Best-selling jerseys in December: Adam Fox number 1, Trey Augustin 2, Johnston 8, Zegras 9, and Lambert 14th. Your players of the month are Harrison Bottinger and Cutter Gauthier. And let's look at what happened in the month of December. We win 5-2 versus Toronto, 6-5 loss against Chicago, 4-3 win against Minnesota, 4-3 win against Utah, 3-1 loss against Colorado, 6-3 win against Boston, 3-0 win versus St. Louis, 3-2 win against Columbus, 6-5 win against the New York Islanders, a 2-1 win against Nashville, 4-1 win against Dallas, 4-2 loss at Vegas, 4-3 win at San Jose, and we ended December with a 3-2 loss against the LA Kings. If we look at the info, our top goal scorer is Trevor Zegras at 17, Lambert with 36 assists, Stenberg with 30, and Fox at 20, and our point leader is Lambert with 49, Stenberg 42, and Zegras 37. We are currently 3rd in goals, 2nd in goals against, 26th in power play, and 1st in penalty killing. And our harmony is 100%. So we will go ahead and sim to February 1st. So here we are, it's Tuesday, February 1st. Let's go ahead and check the emails. We're going to be a contender. The fans are thrilled. No need to worry. The best-selling jerseys for January are Fox, Augustin, Zegras, Johnston, Lambert. The development report looks like this. There's your prospects. More prospects. And the NHL: Steve Merritt hitting +1, Leon Roos shooting range +1. Best-selling jerseys in the NHL: Fox 4th, Augustin 6th, Zegras 12th, and Johnston in 14th. And your players of the month are McDavid and Jonah Tannhauser. And we did sign a player here, left defenseman Alex Jankular, 22 years old. He was from the Toronto Maple Leafs. We submitted the offer. It was a 1st and 3rd round pick from this year's draft. So we did sign him just to have him, because Friedge is 2 to 3 weeks and Bream is 3 to 4 months. And Adam Fox's deal is done after this year, so we can replace Adam Fox with Jankular. And let's see the schedule. What happened in January? We started with a 4-1 win against St. Louis, 7-1 win against Dallas, 5-4 win against Chicago, 5-1 win against Anaheim, 1-0 win against Utah, 7-1 win against Florida, 5-2 win against Detroit, 7-2 win against Boston, 5-2 win against Ottawa, 5-2 loss against the Islanders, 2-1 win against Carolina, 2-1 win against Montreal, a 3-2 win against the Montreal Canadiens to end out January. Our record is 43-10-5. We are currently 2nd in goals, 1st in goals against, 26th in power play at 17%, and 1st in penalty kill at 89%. Our harmony is perfect. Let's go back and check the goalie stats, because we are on fire with that. So Trey Augustin, in 46 games, he's 37, 7-2 with 5 shutouts, a .924, and a .201 goals against. And Vasily Pavlinsky is 6-3-3 with 1 shutout, an 891 and a 268 goals against. So they are getting it done for us. And now I will go back to the goalie starts and sim to March 1st. It is Thursday, March 3rd. It is the trade deadline day. Looking back at the February 1st owner confidence, we should be a contender. Fans are thrilled. No need to worry. And the best-selling jerseys in February are Fox, Augustin, Zegras, Johnston, Lambert. Our development report looks like this. There's your prospects, more prospects, more prospects, and Louis Carlson's Bravery +1. Best-selling jerseys in February: Fox, number 2, Augustin 6, Zegras 15, and Johnston 17. Let's have a look back at what happened in February. So on February 1st, we beat Chicago 5-3, 5-4 loss to Dallas, 5-2 win against Ottawa, 6-3 win against Vancouver, 4-3 loss against Seattle, 3-2 loss against the Rangers, a 3-2 win against Dallas, and a 2-1 win against Pittsburgh. In March, our first game was a 4-3 win against Nashville. Let's check the trade block. Whoops, that's the standings. Trade block. Anyone good here? Nikita Radimov. I'm not too worried about it. This is our team, so we have our goalie stats done, and I will take it all the way up to the end of the season. We are 54-14-5. We have a very healthy President's Trophy lead. It is Saturday, April 2nd, so let's go ahead and look at these emails. Best-selling jerseys for March are Fox, Augustin, Zegras, Johnston, Lambert. The development report, there are your prospects. Pretty good growth there. And for the NHL, Trey Augustin, recovery, still growing. That's fantastic. 28 years old and still growing. Alex Jankular, fighting. Leon Roos, professionalism. And Oscar Venberg, bravery. Best-selling jerseys in March: Fox 4th, Augustin 9th, Zegras 15th, Johnston 16th, and Lambert in 19th. And your player of the month is Connor Bedard in Chicago and Sebastian Cossa in Pittsburgh. And the owner confidence update on April 1st. We should be a contender next year. The fans are thrilled. No need to worry about your job. So let's go ahead to the award nominees. So the stats. First of all, points. Lambert with 82, Zegras 81, 65 for Stenberg in 72 games, so he would have been up there in the 80s. And then 56 for Fox, 51 Roos, 49 Power, Carlson 43, 42 Anderson, Bellabuse 42, and as we go down you can see our plus minus, a plus 41 for Lambert, Malhotra a plus 39, Burstovitz plus 36, Friese plus 36, and Roos a plus 31. Power play goals, 13 power play goals for Trevor Zegras, 24 power play points. Shooting percentage, Joey Anderson 25%, 22 for Louis Anderson, Stenberg 20, 17 for Brindley, Zegras down there at only 13, Lambert down there at 10, not too bad. But the face-offs now, Joey Anderson 57.5, Stenberg 56, Louis Carlson 56, Bellabuse 55, Leon Roos 50, and where was Brad Lambert? Oh, here he is right here at 55, okay. In terms of our defensive stats, Zegras with 155 hits, Lambert 137, Malhotra 118, and Friese at 115, and Cataford 106. Takeaways to giveaways. Here we go. Owen Power 70 takeaways, 22 giveaways. Friese 63-9. Bellabuse 63-64. Burskovitz 62-12. Fox 56-12. Joey Anderson 40-27. 32-9 for Merritt. And that's pretty good there. Shot blocks 115 for Owen Power. Perfect. And the goalie stats. Here we go. 64 games played for Augustin. 51-10-2 with 6 shutouts. 920 save percentage. And a 208 goals against. Vasily Pavlinsky went 10-6-3 with 1 shutout, an 891, and a 269 goals against. So, all in all, a very excellent, well-rounded, balanced team. We were 3rd in goals for, 1st in goals against, 26th in power play, and 1st in penalty kill. Our leading point man was Lambert, Zegras, and Stemberg. Our harmony is perfect. Job security is at 100. We end the season on a 5-game winning streak. And Malhotra completed that goal. So let's go ahead and see who the award nominees are. The Hart Trophy is Tim Stützle, McDavid, and Jason Robertson. The Vezina, there we go, Trey Augustin, Wallstat, and Nicholas Coco. Augustin's probably going to lose it again. The Norris, Miro Heiskanen, Cale Makar, and Jake Sanderson. The Calder, Leon Roos, Ed Kremen, and Oliver Sundberg. Leon Roos had 51 and 82, a plus 32. Sundberg had 68 points in 82 games. He's definitely going to win it. Oh, well, it was a good trade. We both got something out of that. Executive of the Year, me, Rob Murphy, and Tim Pattison. The Selke, Gavin Brindley, Lucas Patterson, and Jaden Pominville. Lady Bing to Ivar Stenberg, DeBrinket, and Vigo Bjork, Alex DeBrinket. Mark Messier to Riker Kessler, Cameron Schmidt, and Nolan Fitzneri. Ted Lindsay to McDavid, Robertson, and Stützle. The Jack Adams to me, Chris O'Hearn, and Steve Ott. And that does it for your awards. Let's go ahead and check what happened in the league. We were the President's Trophy winner by a wide margin. We were 61-16-5. Let's go ahead and sim to the 11th and see who the first round. And it's Colorado. Let's go to the first game, and then we'll have a look at the playoff tree. So for the playoffs, in the West we have Colorado at Winnipeg, Dallas at Chicago, Minnesota at Vancouver, San Jose at Calgary. In the East we have Carolina at Ottawa, Tampa Bay at Montreal, Philly at Washington, Columbus at the Islanders. And just a quick peek, let's see how Manitoba did. They went 46-19-2. Our first round opponent is the Colorado Avalanche. First time we've seen them. So let's look at their team. Their goalie is Ivan Yunin. They have Kevin Lund, Mikhail Galiev, Cale McCann, and Cale Makar. They have, who is this? Oliver Wallen. And let's see who else they have. Max Milicek. And this guy, Prischepov. Anyone injured? No. So they have a clean bill of health. They have a pretty decent lineup there. How did they do during the season? Their leading point man was Oliver Wallen, 84, Cale Makar, 82, and Max Milicek, 65. They were 11th in goals for, 14th in goals against, 29th in power play, 8th in penalty kill. So here we are back for game number 1 at home in Winnipeg against the Colorado Avalanche. Let's go ahead and sim and see what happens. And we lose 7-2 in game 1. Let's go ahead and sim to game number 2. And here we are for game number 2. Let's go ahead and sim at home in Winnipeg and see what happens. And we bounce back with a 4-0 shutout. Nice job, Augustin. We score 3 in the first, 1 in the second. So let's go to game number 3. And we are back in Colorado now at the Pepsi Center. So let's go ahead and sim game 3. And we win 3-1. Perfect. Let's move on to game 4. Oh, we have an injury. Emery is injured 3 to 4 months, so we're going to put Merritt in there. It's a good thing we have a healthy defensive core in terms of the quality of players, not so much physical health. But let's go to game 4. Delayed treatment? No. If it was a minor injury, I would have just had him play through it, but he's out indefinitely with torn ligaments, so he has to come out to save him for next year. So here we are in the Pepsi Center for game number 4. And we win that one 4-3. Nice. Overtime win. Who had the overtime winner? The defenseman Alphonse Friese with the overtime winner to take a 3-1 series lead. And Belarus, yeah, you're going to play through that. So let's go ahead to the next game. Belarus, yeah, I don't care. You're going to play through that. And here we are back home in Winnipeg for Game 5. Let's close it right here and get healthy. And we win 5-1. Perfect. So after losing Game 1 7-2, we win the next 4. And let's go ahead to the end of the first round. So here we are at the end of round number 1. Winnipeg beats Colorado, Chicago beats Dallas, Vancouver beats Minnesota, and San Jose beats Calgary. In the East, Ottawa beats Carolina, Tampa Bay beats Montreal, the Flyers beat Washington, and New York beats Columbus. So you have Chicago at Winnipeg, San Jose at Vancouver, Tampa at Ottawa, and the Flyers at the Islanders. So let's go ahead to game number 1. So let's have a look at the Chicago Blackhawks and see how they got here. Their goalie is Daniel Tlustus and Eric Tu. Their defenseman is Cripps. They have Sharp, maybe the son of Patrick Sharp. I don't know, that would be pretty nice for them. They have Ogren, Kremen, Jacob Schwartz, T. Jaginla leading the Blackhawks, Connor Bedard, their captain, Matthias Preston, Jaden Pominville, Luke Evangelista, and there's Chaz Lucius. Ooh, this could be a comeback for him against us. Any injuries? No. And their starting goalie is Tlustus. Yes, he's got 4 flames. He's very hot right now. The leading point player was Chaz Lucius with 100 points. Bedard 87 and T. Jaginla 71. They were first in goals, 16th in goals against, 13th in power play, 17th in penalty kill. So let's go ahead back to Winnipeg. So let's sim game number 1 and see what happens. And we win game number 1 6-3. Perfect. Let's go to game number 2. Here we are for game number 2 in Winnipeg. Let's go ahead and see who wins. Chicago wins 4-1. All right. Well, pretty even series, I think. So let's go to game number 3. And we are at Chicago, at the United Center, I believe, in Chicago, home of the Blackhawks. Let's sim game number 3. And Winnipeg wins 6-4. Let's go to game number 4. What is this, game number 4? Nope, game number 5. See who wins. And we win that one 3-2. Perfect. Let's go ahead to the next game, or the next day. And let's select our Hall of Fame nominee. Alex McGillney. Let's do, you know what? Let's do Matt Duchene. There we go. Matt Duchene. So let's go ahead to the next game. And here we are at home against Chicago. And Trey Augustin now has 2 flames. He's getting hot. Let's win this game and put him away. And we lose 6-3. Perfect. We gave up 3 goals in the 3rd period. So let's go to game number 6 at Chicago. Let's go, Trey Augustin. Get this win, buddy. And we do. Good. So we're going to game 7 in round number 2. Oh, no, did we win that? Oh, crap. Stop. I thought it was tied 3-3. I think we won that 4-2. My bad. Whoops. So Chaz Lucius failed to advance. Let's look at the playoffs. And we did. Winnipeg beat Chicago 4-2. San Jose beat Vancouver 4-2. So San Jose and Winnipeg in the Western Conference Finals. The Ottawa Senators swept the Lightning, and the Islanders swept the Flyers. So in the Eastern Conference Finals, it is the Islanders up 1-0 at Ottawa. Let's take a look at San Jose. Their goalie is Reed. Their defense, they don't really have too much. They have Leo Saline Wallenius, Hamilton, Fisher, who's this? Bathol, Bathol. Anyone else? Mason McTavish, 6 years, $13.2 million for McTavish. Wow. And Macklin Celebrini, there we go. And their captain, Tyson Forster. So an okay team. Anyone injured? No. So they have a clean bill of health. And their leading point man was Celebrini, 89, McTavish, 77, and 62 for Fisher. They were 19th in goals, 21st in goals against, 7th in power play, 15th in penalty kill. And their lines look like this: McTavish, Celebrini, Forster, and Reed is their goalie, who is ice cold. So we should, I don't want to jinx it, but we should be able to put this one away. And Augustin has 3 flames now. He's heating up right at the right time. So let's go ahead and sim game number 1 in Winnipeg. And we win that one 4-1. Let's go to game number 2. Here we are for game number 2. Let's go ahead and see who wins this. Hopefully we can take a 2-0 lead. And we win 6-1. Huge win. Johnston Anderson in the first. Lambert Louis Carlson in the second. And Alex Jankular and Oscar Venberg in the third. So we are up 2-0 over San Jose. Let's go to game number 3. So here we are in San Jose. Let's go ahead and see who wins. And we win that one 6-2. We scored 5 goals in the first period. Berstowitz, Lambert, Carlson, Roos, Venberg, and Bellabus in the second. So let's go ahead and sweep San Jose right here and put them away in game 4. Here we are in game 4 in San Jose. Let's go ahead and sweep them right now. And we win 7-2 in game 4. San Jose did not stand a chance. Again, 5 goals in the first period. Brinley, Malhotra, Johnston, Lambert, Johnston, and Merritt and Lambert in the third period. So that is a 4-game crushing sweep of the San Jose Sharks. In the Western Conference Finals, they did not stand a chance. And your Stanley Cup Finals. Here we are. San Jose sweeps, or Winnipeg sweeps, the Sharks, and the Islanders beat Ottawa 4-1. So it is number 2 seeded, the New York Islanders, at the number 1 seeded Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's go to game number 1. And let's have a look at how the Islanders did during the season and made it all the way to the finals. Their goalies are, Damian Clara. He's like the bane of my existence. And they still have Ilya Sorokin. And there's Dermot Johnston, Charlie McAvoy. Who's this? Ryan Rubrek, Gabe Perreault, Nick Robertson. There's Kirby Dack. There's Dawson Mercer, their captain. Who is this? Nick Hartnell and Christoph Minsk. Anyone injured? They do. Who is this? Oh, big player for them injured. Owen Clark-Roy, center. Here's a look at their lines, and Damian Clara again is on fire. Every time I face him, he beats me. Leading point man was Ryan Rubrek, 98 points, Dawson Mercer 70, and Kirby Dack 53. They were 5th in goals, 6th in goals against, 3rd in power play, and 4th in penalty kill. So this is going to be a very good series. We know Damian Clara is hot. Trey Augustin is hot as well. Let's go ahead and sim game number 1. And the Winnipeg Jets take game number 1, 3-2. Zegras and Johnston in the second, and Oscar Venberg in the third. Let's sim to game number 2. We are again at home. Let's take a 2-0 lead. And we win 6-4 in game number 2. 5 goals again in the first for Winnipeg. Fox, Zegras, Owen Power, Lambert, Goyette, and then Brad Lambert in the third. Perfect. Zegras with 5 points in that huge win, 6-4. We needed that. Let's go to game number 3. And I will be jumping into the gameplay in the decisive games to make sure we don't skip winning our first Stanley Cup. So here we are in New York. Let's go ahead and take a 3-0 lead. And we do 5-0 shutout of Winnipeg over the Islanders. Zegras in the first, Cataford in the second, Johnston, and Freeze in the third. We are up 3-0. Let's go to game number 4. And Briam is ready to come back for game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. But he's going to ride the bench for us. We can't break up this streak. Let's go to the 25th, our next game. So with this, I will be jumping in just to see, we're going to play the game. So here we are with 3 minutes to go, and your Winnipeg Jets are up in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals, 4-2, about to sweep the New York Islanders out of the playoffs at 2:30 left. I can't believe with all of the previous soul-crushing defeats in the playoffs that in year number 9, finally the Jets are going to win with 2 minutes to go. The Jets have 4 goals on 39 shots. The Islanders have 2 goals on 20 as Malhotra, who had one of the goals, just dumps it in. We're doing a nice save, dump and chase. Just keep the puck 200 feet from your own net. And there we go. Keep going. 90 seconds. A minute left. I'm going to put all my chips on red. We're going to win the Stanley Cup. Suck it, Islanders. Here we go. Put it on that. Put it on that. 20 seconds. Come on. 20, 19, 18. We're going to do it as they go for a change. And they stop. Ice the puck with 17 seconds. But the Winnipeg Jets are going to win the Stanley Cup. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. The Winnipeg Jets win the Stanley Cup in year number 9. Finally get it done. What a team. And there it is. The Islanders in the postseason. 3-2 wins. 6-4 win. 5-0 win. And a 4-2 win. We swept the Islanders. The Winnipeg Jets win the Stanley Cup in year number 9. The pinnacle. We did it, baby. End of the season, fan rating of happiness. So let's take a look. We beat Colorado 4-1. We beat Chicago 4-2. We swept out the San Jose Sharks in the Western Conference Finals, and we swept the New York Islanders in the Stanley Cup Finals. Championship number 1 for Winnipeg. David Goyette scored the cup-winning goal for us. Fantastic. Your captains, Fox, Zegras, and Augustin. Fantastic.